Life isn't getting simpler. We're surrounded by distractions, contradictions, and uncertainty. Social media tells you to be authentic, but filters every moment. Society says, follow your passion, but forgets to mention rent is due next week. Sometimes you feel like you're drowning in information, but starving for wisdom. That's why Jorden Peterson wrote Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. If his first book taught us how to bring order to chaos, this one teaches us how to survive when order itself starts breaking down. In this video, we'll go through all 12 rules with powerful stories, modern examples, and deep psychological lessons you can actually use. And I promise you, rule number 12 might change how you see love, grief, and beauty forever. Let's begin. Rule 1. Do not carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievement. Think about Elon Musk. He didn't destroy the automobile industry. He reinvented it. He respected the institution of engineering, but added creativity to it. In contrast, we often see people online who criticize everything, politics, schools, companies, without ever creating anything themselves. Peterson's point is psychological. When you tear down what exists without understanding it, you destroy the structure that keeps chaos away. Humans need structure. Systems, like family, schools, laws, aren't perfect, but they stabilize society. Carl Jung said, "You cannot stand in the fire of transformation unless something solid holds you." Before you criticize something, understand it deeply enough to improve it. Rule 2. Imagine who you could be, and then aim single-mindedly at that. When Serena Williams was a teenager, she envisioned becoming not just a champion, but the greatest tennis player ever. That clarity guided every decision. What she ate, when she trained, how she lived. Most people drift because they don't imagine a clear future self. Peterson says, you must articulate your ideal self so your present self knows where to go. Visualization activates the reticular activating system in your brain. It filters information and aligns your focus. In therapy, this process is known as future authoring, a tool that helps you write the story of your future so your mind begins to act it out. Picture your potential self and aim every action toward it. Rule 3. Do not hide unwanted things in the fog. Imagine a couple, Ariv and Mira, who've been dating for 2 years. They feel tension but avoid talking about it. It'll sort itself out, they think. Months later, resentment explodes. That's the fog Peterson describes, the psychological mist we hide truths in because facing them hurts. Avoidance is the brain's temporary defense mechanism, but it creates long-term chaos. Unexpressed feelings become anxiety. Unspoken problems grow into crises. Think of Robin Williams. His humor masked deep internal pain. Hiding truth, even behind success, can destroy from within. Speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. Rule 4. Notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated. When no one wanted to take responsibility for affordable digital payments in India, Nandan Nilekani stepped up and built Aadhaar and UPI, transforming the economy. Where others saw, not my job, he saw opportunity. Your brain rewards responsibility. Dopamine spikes when you commit to challenges voluntarily. Taking responsibility doesn't limit you, it empowers you. In your office, when a new project comes and everyone stays quiet, that's your chance to stand up. The one who takes ownership becomes indispensable. Opportunity hides behind responsibility, always. Rule 5. Do not do what you hate. Steve Jobs dropped out of college, not because he was lazy, but because he refused to waste time on something meaningless to him. That rebellion birthed creativity. Peterson warns, every time you do what you hate, you kill a part of your soul. When you continuously act against your values, you experience cognitive dissonance, a psychological conflict that drains motivation, leads to depression, and weakens identity. Ravi, a 28-year-old banker, hates his job, but stays because of stability. Over time, his weekends become escapes, not rest. The longer he stays, the heavier his fog of resentment grows. Say no to what you despise. Your future self will thank you. Rule 6. Abandon ideology. In today's world, people attach their identity to ideologies, political parties, online movements, extreme beliefs. Social media rewards outrage, not understanding. Peterson says ideology is a substitute for true moral and psychological development. Nelson Mandela didn't cling blindly to ideology. After 27 years in prison, he sought reconciliation, not revenge. That's wisdom beyond ideology. Ideologies simplify the world into good versus evil. But real psychology recognizes nuance. Mature thinking requires holding tension between opposites, what Carl Jung called the integration of the shadow. Think deeply. Stay human, not ideological. Rule 7. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, while living on welfare. She poured every ounce of herself into one story and changed the world. Peterson says, focus your effort. See how much potential one fully committed human being holds. Deep work activates flow, a state of complete absorption linked to happiness and peak performance. When you give yourself entirely to a meaningful goal, your brain synchronizes into purpose. A diffier, a mediocre student, chose to master photography for 1 year. Every day, 3 hours. By year's end, he landed clients and found passion he never knew existed. Pick one thing. Work like your life depends on it. It just might. Rule 8. Try to make one room in your home as beautiful as possible. A small, clean, beautiful space is a mirror of inner order. When Steve Jobs designed Apple's first office, he obsessed over beauty, the simplicity, the harmony, the lighting. Aesthetic order inspired creative order. Peterson's point isn't interior design, it's psychology. Beauty revives the soul. A tidy, beautiful space activates dopaminergic calm, the brain's response to harmony and symmetry. It's why monks decorate temples and why you feel peace in a clean room. Rena redecorated her chaotic desk, added a plant, cleared clutter. Her focus doubled. Start small. A beautiful corner can heal chaos in your mind. Rule 9. If old memories still make you cry, write them down carefully and completely. Amon still felt angry at his father 10 years after an argument. Peterson says, unresolved memories remain psychic wounds. Writing brings buried pain to light. Prince Harry's memoir Spare isn't just gossip, it's catharsis. Writing about pain transforms trauma into understanding. James Pennebaker's studies show expressive writing improves immune function, mood, and emotional regulation. When you write the full story, what happened, what you felt, what you learned, you integrate memory and release its hold. Write your pain until it becomes wisdom. Rule 10. Plan and work diligently to maintain the romance in your relationship. Most people think love should be effortless, but look at Barack and Michelle Obama. They openly admit their marriage takes work, patience, and intentional effort. Love fades not because of lack of feeling, but lack of attention. Psychologist John Gottman found that couples who sustain love share 5 positive interactions for every 1 negative one. Intentional rituals, date nights, honest talks, affection keep the emotional bond alive. Ria and Kanal set aside no phone Sundays to reconnect. That small ritual revived their relationship. Water the plant daily if you want it to bloom. Rule 11. Do not allow yourself to become resentful, deceitful, or arrogant. Harvey Weinstein had success, money, and power, but arrogance and deceit destroyed everything. Resentment is like poison you drink hoping someone else dies. Peterson warns that these traits, resentment, deceit, arrogance, slowly rot your character until chaos devours you. Resentment activates chronic stress. Arrogance blinds self-awareness. Deceit fractures identity. True power comes from humility and honesty. Ravi blamed everyone for his failures, his boss, parents, system. When he finally took ownership, his life changed. Check your ego before life does it for you. Rule 12. Be grateful in spite of your suffering. This final rule is Peterson's most emotional. During his wife Tammy's near-death illness, Peterson faced despair. Yet he found meaning in small acts, holding her hand, talking, being present. He says, gratitude doesn't erase suffering, but it keeps suffering from turning you into hell. Nick Vujicic was born without limbs, yet he became a motivational speaker, husband, and father through gratitude. Gratitude rewires the brain. Neuroplasticity studies show it strengthens neural pathways for happiness and resilience. Even in grief, when you thank life for one small thing, a sunrise, a friend's text, you reclaim power over despair. Say, thank you, even in darkness. That's real strength. Conclusion. So what does Beyond Order teach us? That life isn't about avoiding chaos. It's about balancing it with courage and meaning. Let's recap. Respect structure, but innovate. Imagine your best self and aim for it. Don't hide the truth in fog. Responsibility is opportunity. Stop doing what you hate. Think freely, not ideologically. Work deeply on one thing. Create beauty where you live. Write your pain to heal it. Love takes effort. Humility over arrogance. Gratitude amid suffering. In the end, Peterson doesn't give rules to control life. He gives tools to face it with strength, order, and grace. If you felt inspired by this video, leave a comment. Which rule spoke to you most? And remember, chaos is always near, but so is meaning. Like, share, and subscribe to Book 2 Better, because books don't just teach, they transform.